Hello everyone, finally the time has come. We finally can introduce our new rig to you guys, and we have even a name for it. Usually we don't have names for our rigs. This one is Betty, kind of cute I would say, and yeah, we will show you some details of it, and hopefully you like it. So I give the camera to my lovely wife, and there we go.
Alright.
So this is Betty, our trusty Volkswagen 1991 Karmann motorhome. This portion was kind of like a Karmann build-on onto the base of the Volkswagen, which is kind of like stopping right here. As you can see, it's built onto the frame. And yeah, it's a very trusty old lady with a 2.4 liter turbo diesel, and so far any kind of hill, any kind of mountain, if you can't get up there in the third gear, so which is kind of like 50 kilometers an hour, the second and first gear for sure will get up us the hill anytime. So yeah, you might be behind us swearing, but we will get up there. So yeah, she has, we do the outside first, maybe show it from the front. So usually there's a window in here. That's where the bed area was. We changed it. We will show you later. The thing is, those windows are very prone to leaking, and because right frontal with the rain and everything. So this was covered and all insulated and glued shut. So no leaking there anymore. And we kind of like it actually, I think, because we don't really need the window there, in our opinion anyway. Yeah, so Volkswagen, the 30 years it has been hanging there. Some people on this. The engine is actually a center build engine. It's not here in the front. Well, you can see it through the grill here, the cooler. Yeah.
The engine is actually...
But it's actually right in between the seats. So there's a cover over it. And the positive and negative sides to it, of course you get more engine noise. But it's an old lady, we expected that. And we somehow we like the older rigs. So we...
Pro is when you drive and then you go somewhere and you drive, then you stop and the engine heats the inside.
Yeah, exactly. The warm engine, we have cold weather outside, keeps heating the inside a little bit. It's kind of nice actually. It might be in some newer rigs you might not like it, but we actually do. So yeah, and yeah, the front fairly typical for those older rigs that have the bed above the driver's cabin, and very standard base for those years. They had different engine versions and bases over the years, but this one for sure keeps running, so no problem whatsoever. Good old school, wait, antenna. I'm not pulling it out now, but we don't have a radio anymore anyway, so we just do everything Wi-Fi and LTE and whatnot. Driver's door, well unlocked I think. Yeah, there you go. The trusty old school. Juno wants to check it out too. Nice little door. Yeah, fairly basic. We for sure don't travel luxurious. So we have even, this is one of those older rigs that even has a choke. So when the engine is cold, you pull it out, it goes out to here somewhere, and so that you can easier start the engine and warm it up. And then when it's warm enough, you slowly push it back in. And had that on my first car as well, Volkswagen Polo. So it's quite an experience to again drive a rig that has that, but it's kind of fun. Like you really, if I say you connected with the road, we're not kidding. You connected with the road, you feel every bump of course, but it's fun. It's really a lot of fun to drive an older vehicle. Yeah, steering wheel a little bit bigger than with your normal car. Our heating system is very simple as well. You have 3 speeds for the fan, and you have different areas to control windshield, bottom, and yeah, all very functional, works really well, and you even have a clock. Isn't that nice? Yeah, your shift, what's it called? Shift stick, because it's not automatic, it's manual. This is then where the engine is under, and there in the back you have the access to check the oil, and which you have to do a little bit more often with the older vehicles. Every 1,000 kilometers I check the level of the oil. Yeah, so that's where the magic happens, when you drive at least. This is the area where we have the propane bottle behind for our cooking and heating at this point. We keep updating things as far as we can, and want to have at some point a diesel heater, because getting propane sometimes, we just don't like driving around to get propane. The key is all tangled. So right now this is storage a little bit as well, right Juno? There you go. Usually you have space for 2 bottles here. We only need 1 bottle because we upgraded the electrical as well, so that helps with using less propane. So we only chose to have 1 propane bottle and a little bit of storage. My tools are in here, a little bit of clean and whatnot. What do you need when you have this kind of vehicle on the road? Very simple stuff. This is actually all. This was in North America. You don't have this. This is the pull-out door for the toilet tank. So
cassette toilet. Cassette
yeah,
toilet.
cassette toilet. And so usually you would open it up, pull it out, go to a normal toilet or an emptying station, and just clean out the toilet every 3 days or something like that. Depends on how many people you are in the rig. In our case, this is all glued shut. Right now, more like not beautiful, but it works. Rain was getting in there, so I had to glue it shut. So this is actually our fan now for our separating toilet. We do not have a composting toilet anymore like we had in our former rig. We loved it, but we chose this time to have just a nice separating toilet, so that the liquids and the solids are separated, and that's the main thing. You want to keep them separated and vented, and then you don't have any issues whatsoever. And it's a simple toilet. What else do you want? Yeah, that's the window for the bathroom. This here is the gray tank outlet, and it's a decent size valve tank, a decent size gray tank. I actually am not 100% sure the size. I have to check that. I think it's 85 liters, whatever that is in gallons.
I don't know.
I put it on the bottom somewhere.
20 gallons, 25 gallons.
Yeah, something like that. It's enough for us. We don't shower right now in the rig anyway, so we can drive for a while and before we have to empty it. This is an outdoor shower now. We changed that, and this was formerly the water heater outlet for the exhaust from the propane heat, but we have now an electric water heater, and changed this so we don't have an ugly hole here. There's now this nice outdoor shower with a switch in there. You can adjust. I have the key right here somewhere. There. Yeah, so it's almost like with our old rig. You clip on the hose, and then here switch on the pump. That we didn't have in our old rig, because this water system is different. It's not pressurized. So there's a switch for a little pump that is in the tank, and you switch it on, and then you do whatever you do, and then you're done, you switch it back off, out here anyway, and that's it. And temperature regulation, pretty nice. And that was that. Then this is already our living room, one of the living room windows. Nice and bright, we get a lot of light in there. This is the storage area. There you go. Right now as well, some storage stuff in here. We have usually our chairs in here, and that's our lift for when we have a flat tire. for the vehicle. It's a pretty big lift because of the size of the vehicle. That's our cable to charge our batteries, and yeah, normal storage area stuff, and it's right now under our bed. Okay, let's show you the other side. Okay, so this is now where Julia mostly resides, because she is the perfect route planner and I am just not good at it. I'm good at driving. Yeah, you have nothing really special in here. You have your, what is it called again in English?
Glove compartment.
Glove compartment, oh my gosh. Just normal, pretty big actually, I have to say. Then other than that, there's a seat in here.
Oh.
And that's all you need. Oh, we have a review camera, which we at some point will upgrade, but at this point it works all good. And at some point you want to travel as well and not just upgrade everything.
Large foot space.
Yeah. Very cozy. What you will see in general, there might be some things we haven't gotten to yet, but we wanted to travel, and at the same time here and there we do some upgrades, so some things might not be 100% finished, but that's, you always have something to do when you in a motorhome like this anyway. Oh, in any motorhome really, so you always have ideas.
There's always something.
There's always something. And as you can see already here, we wallpapered our rig. And this is pretty nice. It looks a little luxurious anyway. I like it. Yeah. Yeah. So I continue with the outside first. This used to be the point of power supply, but me being an electrician, I changed all kinds of things over, and that's all a bit different. This is now like a separate receptacle for high power stuff that we maybe need at some point, so not really that important for us anymore. Here actually were the vents for the former propane fridge. We have a compressor fridge now, which we love. It's all electric. I don't have to bother with too much propane usage at this point, so I cover those up. All good. Even now you technically have less cold air coming in when you're in colder weather. That's the kitchen window. The nice thing about this door, I think they call it Dutch door, I'm not sure.
The barn door?
Yeah, or barn door?
It's like a barn door, yeah.
It's two pieces. So especially when you have a dog, like we do, you can just have it like this, still nicely air out, and we probably wish we have had that on our other rigs, because it's pretty nice. There you go. Click in. There's a little one step, all you need. Nothing special. Here you see what we haven't finished yet in the step-in area, or that will still be done. We added this safety lock, which you swing over, click in when the door is closed. Very helpful. A lot of people have that here in Europe especially. So I added that LED light as well. It's really bright. It has two colors, yellow and like extreme white, I would say. And if you arrive somewhere and or go out with the dog or whatever, enough light for us. I added two actually. I forgot on the other side there's another one. The other living room window. This is our water fill. Trinkwasser, in German for fresh water. And yeah, this is the diesel fill point, and well, normal stuff, nothing special. This is our huge back window, and so we have 3 windows on the back and nice and bright. We added this because storage space, yeah,
it's limited.
Yeah, so we had to add a little bit. We have our water fill thing in there, our little portable bucket and hoses and whatnot, like stuff that can get dirty, wet, whatnot, and this stuff. I like it. Just lock it once in a while. There. Yeah, in the back, very simple, like typical 90s, 80s style, very simple light assembly. And the good thing is that the newer vehicles have a lot of fancy lights in the back, and when you hit something or somebody hits you, it's pretty expensive to exchange those, and that's why we love to be very simple. And if somebody breaks this or it's broken for some reason, I go to a store, pay 30 euros and get a whole new assembly pretty much, and don't have to bother. So love it. Has a ladder to go onto the roof when I have to clean the solar panels. Right now I can't get on there because it's too close to the fence here on the spot. All good. And this is pretty fancy. Well, usually it's not on here when we drive, of course, but it's a drying rack. We saw that with friends of ours. They had this, and we thought that's a really good idea. You just screw it off, and when you're on the drive, you remove it, and when you arrive, you just put it back on. It takes like 30 seconds. Yeah, that was everything on the outside already, I would say. You can see up there one of the frames for the solar panel that I installed, and we have two. We have 400 watt solar in total. That's our LTE antenna, so for our own Wi-Fi spot, so we don't have to use our mobile hotspot all the time from the phone. And of course, the first thing we did, we installed a max fan in the front. We had it on any rig we had so far. We changed it out to max fan. Oh, perfect. Okay, let's go inside. Come in. So, what we've done so far in here. I'm
just gonna do a quick
quick little round. All these cabinets were brown before. That's typical 90s style brown. We painted those. Julia did 3 layers, I think. And then here you see the wallpaper that we put on, and there was like an older style design. And I mean, there are people out there, they really love to keep those very original. We're clearly not those kind of people. For us, it has to be comfortable and functional. Here is this, you have to imagine, this was where the bed was before. This was closed up, was one surface all the way to here, and there was the ladder to get into the bed here, and this cabinet wasn't there. So what we've done after using it, we didn't really like it, and we kind of knew you might change it anyway. We cut this out in a nice way, like we like rounds, as you can see. Not all the way done yet. We want to have some corners on here to make it beautiful, but so we cut that out so we can, as well, when we arrive somewhere, easily get up, because we're tall people, and we just can get up without hitting our head. And just sleeping up here wasn't really ours, so we changed it. Now it's a shelf area, as you can see, with something similar. That's almost a Berkey. This is a Phoenix. I think it's actually made in the UK. But same function, filtered water again, yay. And then we have here, we created, this was open, where the mattress was going all the way back. And we built this wall here, put the 2 doors here, and there's now storage. Not all the way done yet. We still want to paint it and stuff, but you all can use it for storage. Works great. Same again. The nice wallpaper went on here, and it changed the space so much. So cozy. Yeah. What is that? Okay, then we have around the corner here, we have our vacuum that always charges when the inverter's on, nicely out of the way. And that's pretty much that. I added some receptacles to make that all work, because all that was of course not like this in the original state. For the fridge, then behind Julia's seat, I created a space where the compressor is in for the fridge, accessible and everything. So we don't have to use so much propane, as mentioned before. Yeah, so then we added this as well. This wasn't here before. It's kind of like an extra little support for the ceiling, because it is a wood frame structure with styrofoam in there. so it's nice to have a little bit extra support, just because over the years those structures can sink in a little bit, and this way we keep it a little bit more stable. Okay, that's that. This is the propane furnace. Still works like a charm, except for the fan. I have to, if we keep it for a while longer, I have to repair the fan.
Only one speed.
Yeah, it's one speed. Simple to operate, but not the way it should function. But so far we haven't had to use it that often. Yeah, then here, kitchen area first probably. We changed the countertop. This was like typical small sink style, and then you had the burner here. There were covers there, and we removed all that. Put a nice combi sink, 2-burner unit. That's the word. Unit in. New faucet, just to make it all a little bit more beautiful, or at least the way we like it. What is always your best friend in a rig like this is magnetic holders for any kind of thing that's metal. In this case, all our knives again. That we had that in our former rig as well. The spices, we added this, and we added actually this as well. This
the backsplash.
The backsplash, yeah. This was just wipeable stuff, and we put this. It's kind of like PVC on there. And yeah, then there's some storage up there. That's the thing in this rig. You have to organize really well, because there's not like a huge storage space under your bed. Well, we have storage space under the bed, but it's not immense. So Julia, being the storage organization master, she always finds the best spots so it doesn't make too much sound when we drive as well, and to organize it all. Yeah. Some kitchen stuff that's readily accessible for cooking. So partially pantry stuff in here in our case. And this is actually the original color that it was.
Yeah.
So nice and everything, but not ours. So it had to go, or had to be covered up, let's say it like that. Then here we have our dishes, mugs and everything. So we changed even these guys. They were worn out, and now these really good hinges. They work pretty well. Not 100% sure on some other doors that are bigger, but so far it's okay. Yeah, that's already the fridge,
bottom.
I would say. The bottom.
Juno, can you make room?
Juno, can you make room?
Okay.
Good job.
Come on this side. Good job.
Yeah, the towel holders, these simple things are often the things that help the most, and especially when you're in this kind of rig. And I just say that and I lift it. There you go. And yeah, here this actually we added. There was just a firm thing in there. Still some stuff to be touched up and everything, but functional, very functional. We can pull these out. That's our garbage right now. We had in our last rig the garbage under the sink as well, and it worked really well. It was a bit bigger than this, but so far it's okay. Then your pots and pans and milk. And here we have our drying rack. So we kind of organize things so it's very functional for us right now. So the drying rack fits right underneath. That's where it has to have its spot. That's where it lives. That's that. And these typical push button locks here. That's very common for this rig. And our fridge. Compressor fridge, very quiet, especially after I put that hood on with the cooling grill in the front. You barely hear the compressor really, and it's very energy efficient. It's quite amazed. We were quite amazed. And then here you have a freezer area, enough for us. It's nice. Then when we did the counter, we created space for the cutting board.
Fits perfectly.
Yep. And Juno, what do you want to show next? This side?
The pantry.
She doesn't care. Okay. And our sign that always has to be with us, decaf, what's the point? And you will see why we say that. Because, I mean, yeah, you can buy a coffee machine, you can have your filtration stuff, like these percolators and stuff, it's all great. But we, of course, want to have it a little bit better, or not better, but easier. we have a full automated coffee machine that we love, because you push a button and just the coffee you want comes out of it. Like
All kinds, all of them.
yeah. It's in the end, it's cheaper than having to go to some kind of coffee store all the time, coffee shop. Whoop. There we go. You can pull it out a bit too. The bottle fell. Yeah. So we love it, and it just makes the life a little bit more easy. And then above that, that's actually fairly new. We have an air fryer, and that's where the propane saving comes in, because we can do quite a bit on electricity, because I added quite a bit of battery power. Then we added some more pull-out drawers here. We love pull-out drawers up here as well. And yeah, it's pretty much all the pantry style and kitchen
You
area.
build a wine rack.
Yeah, I built a little
Turn
bit.
on the light.
Oh yeah, and I added a light. There you go.
That's a wine rack.
Yep, so the bottles don't go flying. So that's our little kitchen area, all fairly close to each other, functional, and whatever makes it easier to have our food and drinks ready. That was all this. Let's just switch for that. And so we move further in. And of course, as I mentioned before, Max fan is in here. Perfect thing, especially with the temperature sensor, so it self-regulates. Then we come to this maybe. We loved it so much in our last rig. Extended countertop. It's just so helpful when you dry the dishes, or it gets really crampy. Cramped. It gets really cramped very quickly in a small rig, so you want to have as many surfaces, usable surfaces and practical surfaces and fold away surfaces as possible. Then we have here the high-tech control board of the original Karmann unit. This is just the fresh water. Then you have the second switch for gray water, how full it is, then battery. It's always full because of the electric stuff I changed. It's always good. We always have enough energy. And some fuses here. That's the switches for the outside LED strips that I installed. That is pretty much it. There's no magic here. It's all very functional. A little bit of a hook there for heads and stuff. We changed even this out. This board wasn't there before. Then a little storage area here. Two little shelves for the necessary stuff when you go outside with the dog or anything really, or you need a head. And then the bathroom, I would say. Or maybe the floor. I can mention this is already a floor we put on the original floor. It's very thin stuff. It's almost like a lino, but in board style. Like it's these boards that you glue onto the floor. And it works so far. Still have to do the edges, but it's all small stuff. This light, there were really cool old lights in here in the ceiling, but it's such an uncomfortable light. Back in the days it was the thing, trendy and everything, but these days of course you want to have your bright LED light that save energy. So we created these boards and painted them and put a new nice little 12-volt light in there. Okay, toilet. Right now we're not using it as a shower. We want to have this in the future as a shower again. Yeah, we wanted to go start our travels, so we had to stop somewhere. So the old sink is still in here with the so the bottom half will be renewed later, and so we can take a proper shower in there too. But right now this is very workable. I will love it. I mean, who doesn't want to go on that toilet and just have a quiet time doing your business? I do. There you go. That's that. Then you probably want to be over here. Okay, so how can you live in a rig without a lagoon table? We love lagoon tables. This is not the final top for it, but right now, so we have a table top, and we want to do something fancy, but we haven't gotten to that yet. So, but it will be renewed. This is just a cheaper piece of wood right now, but it works. It's a table, and let's go around from left to right. Yeah, again, nice little window, rooftop. Skylight. Oh my gosh, I can't think of words today. Skylight. And then you had these two built-in lights here in the ceiling as well before. We removed those completely. We don't need them because what we have is an LED strip all around. Now it's now daylight, so it's kind of can't see it, but it's so much nicer and comfortable to just sit here and watch TV, work. That's really great. And then we didn't need those old ones anymore. Okay, yeah, then can I open this, or is this?
I think so.
It's Julia's stuff.
Closet,
yeah. And this is actually the widest one. This is a little wider than all the other ones. I don't know if you can see the LED strip. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you can see the point pretty much. It's all the way around. More here. That's Julia's second portion of her closet. Then we have here the bookshelf stuff and typical pencil case. June is all excited today. You okay, Juno? There you go. Good job. This is the most important.
Snacks.
This is our snack. And our laptops, of course. Yeah, so loads of storage. It's just that you have to organize it right, and because otherwise we would have had to buy a huge rig living in this like we do. This is my very organized closet space. I try to fold them as neatly as possible, but I'm not as good as Julia with that stuff. She's very good at that. And then here the other side for my stuff. So we both have our own areas, which is pretty cool. And we added this side table as well.
It becomes your nightstand.
Yeah, nightstand. We need something like this still for Julia as well, because right now I have my cell phone here and our computer. We put that on there as well, and Julia doesn't have that yet. So, by the way, that's my cell phone.
Were you looking for it?
I was looking for it. Yeah.
Oh.
I found it. Yeah, so Julia needs something like that as well, but we are hesitant to just do quick ideas because it has to be right and functional and at the same time good looking. So we planned it out quite a bit. Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh yeah, our sound system. I don't want to say Dolby Surround, but you know, our trusty sound system, Bluetooth. We painted the ceiling as well. This was this darker ceiling, and even just the paint makes such a big difference. It makes this whole rig feel much bigger. Then we renewed and what did I say? We renewed the strip. Yeah, so to make it as cozy as possible. Our tiles we took with us. Like we couldn't take all of them with us because it was too heavy. But there's some stuff we collected from our former travels, and yeah, some things you just don't want to get rid of. Yeah, I added these two LED spots as well, because usually our heads when we sleep are on that side. Oh, how do we sleep? So we at night we would love to have a stationary bed, but actually it's not that bad to rearrange it when we want to go to bed. So this dinette, and we call it sofa area, I guess. We just take the table away, and then we can pull out the bed, and then this becomes part of the bed, and that's Julia's side, and then the bed goes all the way to here and sits on these pillows. So in a wishful thinking world, we probably would want to have some kind of bed that kind of lifts nicely up or down or something like that, but maybe in the future. Right now this works out. And yeah, and what we have as well is underneath, because I think we have shown everything else, there's storage in here, and what is in here as well, I'll take this away. And what we're going to do as well is put new fabric on the cushions, because these are still old cushions, as you can see here. Yeah, it is clean. It's just they're older, right? So yeah. So what we have here is storage. We have some shoes in here, and what we have here is our water heater. It's not too big, but we don't need a huge one actually.
Can you move that shoe?
Oh yeah, sure. It's not a huge water heater, but it's enough for us, and it's electric, as I said. And switch it on here, and this is the propane detector, by the way, if you have a leakage. And yeah, other than that, all our storage goes in here, easily accessible, and yeah, pretty cool. We like it. That's that. And then on this side, if I move this over here, again, some storage stuff, our laundry,
Dog food.
yeah, dog food. Here's usually where our drinks go, and this is the water tank. Big enough for us. It's like, I think it's around 100 liters. I would have to look into that, but it's for us. We fill it up, and we can. We don't have to fill up for quite a while actually.
Like 5 days usually.
Yeah, 5 days if we're not saving, right? So
yeah.
it's good enough for us. It's perfect. Yeah, that's that. And under here is where the magic with the electrical happens, and storage as well. And I guess we can open that up and then show you that.
But we need to both do it because
yeah,
we don't have the system yet.
No, the mattress is on it, so it's a little bit heavy, so we both have to do it. So little cut, and then you will see what it looks like when it's open. Viola, that was easy. Yeah, because of the mattress being on here, and I haven't installed a hydraulic system yet to lift this easily, but all good, all works. So here you can see actually the water tank, the rest of it with an access hatch here. I reinforced some stuff here to have that bed on here. So it was all in the original state of the unit. It's further in, somewhere here. So the net was pretty big. But since we use it as a bed now, this created more storage space and for all our power needs. So yeah, some storage on the
winter clothing.
Yeah, some winter clothing storage in the back there. So yeah, you could do everything with one inverter, but hey, why not two inverters? we have this combi unit from it's a Victron unit, 1500 watt inverter for all your tech buffs, and it has the solar charger in here as well, with all the AC control in there, and it's kind of like a combination unit. And then here you get all the cables from the panels and from the batteries and whatnot. And yeah, but because we added the air fryer and the coffee machine, we need a little bit more power than that later. So we just added a separate pure sine wave inverter, and it works really well, I have to say, and happy with the purchase. And then we have some the cables need to be cleaned up a little bit more in the future, but right now it's okay. And main battery disconnect with these two nice ladies. Those are two 200 amp hour batteries from Redodo, not sponsored or anything, but the price of these and the functionality and quality of these is fantastic. So we felt really comfortable buying these. And yeah, so we have 400 amp hour of battery, which gets us pretty far. Like we have a DC-DC charger as well. I can show you on this side. It's very close to the batteries as they should be. It's a 30 amp hour DC to DC charger, and so when the engine is running, it's connected to the starter batteries. When the starter battery is full enough, this is activated and charges then our house batteries. It works out really well. I'm very happy with it. And if one inverter fails, well, at least you have a backup, right? So who has that really? Yeah, I think that's already that. And I think we showed you everything already. That was easy. It's not a huge unit. It's very cozy, we love it. We close the bed again and then see you back outside. That was that. We hope you liked the tour, and very important, we will actually be changing our channel name from Embrace Your Escape to Backroads Betty. So just keep an eye out for that, because we just want to reflect what we do with on our channel, and since we don't have an escape anymore, Betty has to be in the title somewhere. So yeah, so Backroads Betty. Don't forget to like wherever that is and subscribe. Not sure where that will be, to our channel, and don't miss our future travel adventures. And I'm sure we will be showing you quite a few awesome locations in Europe. We plan to go to the UK, where we have England, Wales, Scotland. That will be amazing. Then we plan to go to France, and Spain, and Romania, Switzerland, Germany, Europe. There you go. So make sure you follow us, subscribe to our channel, and we see you soon. Bye.